birthday. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I thought you guys were going to bring some gifts. No, listen, I think when you see that, obviously you're appreciative of the camaraderie within the group, the spirit within the group. I think it speaks to where we're at in the moment. But I think it's also, it's probably a bigger message of what the manager and the staff, what it's all about, right? We play a game for a living, but obviously we're all individuals and humans outside of this training facility, and so being appreciative of everyone in terms of what they bring to our group, and then also how we make the group better. So I was thankful, I was happy. My kids kept asking me why they smashed a cake in my face.
Mm-hmm. So much has been made of the offense and scoring so many goals over the past few matches. What about the defensive adjustments that the team's just made over the past few months just to have this improved play?
Yeah, defensively we've certainly been better in terms of limiting opportunities, limiting chances, but just being in a way of Jake Mulroney's been horrendous for us. He's shocking. Just in terms of how we want to defend as a group, so not just the back line, not just the midfielders, but even, you look at some of the work and the fires that Barco's put out. Joseph, he stops, with their back line and midfield. So little plays like that make a difference for us and allow us to transition and go the other way. So it's been a collective effort, and the guys have been great.
This last match, you got your 100th clean sheet in terms of club history in your career. What do you attribute that success to long term?
I think for me, just playing with some fantastic players and being a part of unbelievable teams, and their willingness to defend, their willingness to help me. A bit lucky at times as well, because I think you need that certainly throughout the longevity of your career. But hopefully there's 100 more to go.
The schedule's so condensed. You're having your second match in a few days. Just how physically and mentally does the team recover just for that, prepare for DC?
Yeah, I think I was speaking to somebody maybe a week or two ago, and they asked that question when, approaching this period in terms of the amount of games. And when you're winning, you want the games to come thick and fast. You want to be out on the field, and everyone feels they're in a good moment. And so you want to be playing games. You're not thinking about how tired your legs are. You're not thinking about the mental exhaustion. You're thinking about the excitement of getting out there and scoring goals. And so for us, we've come off some good results, but now we've got to make sure that we have the right mentality, the right focus to go into tomorrow afternoon, because it's a huge game on so many different levels.
And with that in mind, how are you guys focused on training this week? How does that shape the mentality in practice?
Yeah, because it's such a quick turnaround, there's not tons of tons of physical exhaustion and a physical demand from training itself. I think it's about trying to get your body ready to go again, and then making sure you need to do whatever you need to do on an individual basis to be ready to perform and ready to be called on. So training hasn't been overly difficult, but there's certainly been a lot more small conversations within staff and players, individual players, to go into the game tomorrow fully prepared.
Specifically for DC United, you faced them many times before. Kamara has had some success against you. How do you limit him, and just overall defensively, how do you approach this DC United contest?
Yeah, I think when you look at them, obviously, first and foremost, you look at the table, right, and what's at stake. So that right there, it changes things in terms of what's at stake and how important the game is, and then you look at them in terms of their players, and they've got quality all over the field, and they've certainly changed their identity this year from years past. And we know that we're going to have to be on our toes and be aware of not only Kamara but someone like Julian and Areola, and these guys that can cause you problems. We have to make sure that we're mentally engaged for 90 plus minutes.
These 3 games that are very important right now, you're playing them at home. What does it mean to play in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, it's huge. I said, going back to that interview a week or two ago, in terms of this run of home games, it's massive. We know that when we are playing well, and even when we're not, the ability to have our fans behind us and letting their voices be heard, it's an intimidating place to come, and that's what we want to try and get back to, in making Mercedes Benz Stadium a very difficult and hostile place for an opposition to come to.
Last thing for me, talking to Santiago, you kind of overheard it. How do you guys communicate just in the locker room and on the field? Spanish, Portuguese, English? Is there another language I'm not thinking of that you guys talk?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's the correct term, but probably Spanglish for me. It's broken English, broken Spanish. I would say that it's the language of football, and when you're out on the field, everyone understands what their roles and responsibilities are. They understand when they've done something well, when they've not done something well, when there's been a mistake made or whatever it may be. Trying to help each other in whatever way we can, whether it be with arm gestures, broken languages, whatever it may be. We're able to get our points across, and so there's laughs, there's jokes, there's banter, whether it be in English, whether it be in Spanish, whether it be in Portuguese. I know 0 Portuguese.
Any other languages you've had to pick up over the years here or in Europe that were unique?
No, I mean, like I said, it's the language of football. It's the world's game, and so wherever you travel to, everyone knows the game of football, and so that's never been an issue for us.